My kids were with me. In Amsterdam, I brought my kids to the Anne Frank house. I told some friends that, and they're like, aren't your kids a little young for the Anne Frank house? And you know what I learned? They are. They're too young. But I wanted to bring them. You know, it's an important place. I want them to learn. So I brought them. We were standing outside the Anne Frank house, and I said, this is a special, somber place. This is where Anne Frank, her family, and some friends hid from the Nazis for 2 years, and they couldn't speak during the day. And Anne also wrote this diary, so let's be respectful. My 6-year-old raised his hand, and he goes, do they have video games here? And I said, I'm going to need you to be quiet for the rest of your life. Bought tickets online to the Anne Frank house. I Googled it. The Anne Frank house has a Google rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars. Who's giving the Anne Frank house a bad review? It's like, yeah, wasn't that fun? It's kind of crowded, and there were no video games. Why do we feel the need to review everything? Nobody's going to Anne Frank's house looking for hot dogs. I misread it. I thought it was Anne Frank's house. I was getting ready to have me an Amsterdam dog.
Bring the beats with Premium. Download and bring your music anywhere so you can dance to high-quality music without hearing ads. Mix up your playlist with song recommendations from Smart Shuffle, or take total control of your listening with unlimited skips and repeats. Experience music without limits. Tap the banner to get started.
Here at Spotify Advertising, we know a thing or two about being a daily companion. Just like the running shoes that power your afternoon workouts, our users say Spotify is an essential part of their daily routine, which means more moments for them to hear and see your brand's ads. Learn how Spotify can add more to your mix at ads.spotify.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Panette! This better be good, huh? It's a pleasure to be here. I went to the gym today. Listen first. First listen. Since February, I've been going to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. I don't like it. I go because I want to be healthier. I have such a long road ahead of me. I lost 100 pounds, and people say to me, wow, we can really see it in your face. How big was my head before I started this journey? Apparently I was the Kool-Aid man and nobody ever said anything to me. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here. That's John. His head's the size of a manhole cover. We don't talk about it though. And it's not like I'm getting back in shape. Oh, getting back in shape? No, I never was in shape. So in February, I hired a trainer. I've had many since then. Some quit, some turned to drugs and alcohol. One trainer quit the business and opened up a candy store. Seriously, he makes the best maple walnut fudge I've ever tasted. So I'm not just big, I'm a carrier. People get big around me. So this trainer thing, I went the first day to the gym, and I looked a little nervous. And I remember it was like my first day of kindergarten again. I even had the same lunchbox. What's that machine over there do? And the trainer said to me, I see you're nervous, but don't be. Once you start here at the gym, you're gonna get addicted. I don't think so. I think I can quit this gym stuff anytime I want. I got a lot of willpower. See that guy with the muscles over there? That's not gonna be me. They're never gonna find me in the exercise wing of Betty Ford. I can't stop! I wanna stop, but I can't stop. So the trainer said to me, he said, I want you to loosen up first. We don't want you to strain or pull anything. I want you to do this across the gym. Gym full of people. This is called the soldier's walk. This is a soldier's walk? Where did you go to boot camp? Is there a gay Nazi brigade out there I don't know about? Then he says to me, give me a sit-up. I said, oh, nay. I don't do ups. I told him that when I signed up. I don't do ups. I do downs. Sit down, lay down. Blackjack, I'll double down. Give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down. Put on a little music, I'll boogie down. But I don't do ups. Ups defy gravity. Gravity is a law. I obey the law. So, I see people at the gym, and I just don't think healthy. I do this machine. Do you know this horrible machine? I don't know the name of it. I call it the horrible machine. I started in February. I could do 5 minutes, but I would have to cry for 2.5 of those minutes. People don't want to see that at the gym. They complain. Take him off that machine. He's crying. Now I can do 45 minutes, and it's a real miracle. But, okay. Yeah, and I'm a pleasure to be around, too. I see other people working out on the machines. They're thinking, what machine am I going to do next? Maybe I'll do weights. And I'm thinking if I do 45 minutes and live, I'm going to have raviolis and a nap. So the last 15 minutes is a chant. Raviolis and a nap. Raviolis and a nap. I'm like this on the machine. The trainer comes by and says, I see you're sweating. That's great. You know, you're burning fat. Oh, good. I hope it's a control burn. Because if this baby goes up all at once, there's going to be a mushroom cloud over this gym.
I want to tell you guys a Martin Moreno story, okay? We did a show at one of the casinos. I won't say where, but it's pretty close. And after the show was over, we went over to gamble a little bit, and we're at a roulette table, and we're gambling, right? But apparently the chips were really old and really dirty, so like you'd pick up one and it would stick to 4. Nasty, right? So we were playing for an hour. My hands are covered with this stuff. So I tell Martin, we're losing our ass, dude. Let's just go eat. You know, I know I'm gonna win there. Right? So we go over to the cafe and I go, Martin, you know what, bro? Let me stop by the bathroom so I can wash this off my hands. And he goes, okay, don't worry, bro. I got it. I got Purell. Oh, all right. Well, sure. So we go to the cafe and we sit down. We both order. And I go, hey, Martin, let me get some of that Purell. All right. So he's, all right, here you go. And I go, you know, man, it's not really cutting it. I said, can I get some more? All right. I go, you know, Martin, it's not really cutting the grind, bro. I go, you sure it's Purell? He goes, yeah, dude, look, it's Purell. Oh, all right. Let me get some more. So I'm just rubbing it on it. Nothing has happened. I'm getting frustrated. I go, Martin, are you sure it's Purell? And he gets pissed at me. Yeah, it's Purell, all right? Look. I looked at the bottle. It didn't say Purell. It said pure anal. It was lubricant. So I'm sitting in the freaking restaurant. Martin's having a heart attack. I'm sitting there, both hands shiny as hell, looking like I've been molesting donuts, you know? And now I gotta go back into the casino to go wash my hands. So I'm walking through the casino. Martin's behind me laughing and crying, right? Holding the bottle. I'm like, you ass. People are coming up to me that saw my show. You were so funny. And I'm like, ah. And they're looking at me like I'm rude. What an ass. You have no idea.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all. And we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
She loves it hot. He loves it cold. However you sleep, the Pod by 8 Sleep adapts to you. Get up to $350 off with code DEEPSLEEP at 8sleep.com.
Sometimes creating an ad campaign can feel like you're talking on mute.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Say that again.
But advertising on Spotify can help your business turn up the volume. With our easy-to-use ads manager, you can create new audio ads from scratch or repurpose existing video assets. Then we'll deliver your ad to an engaged audience that is ready to hear and see your message. It's that simple. Learn how Spotify can add more to your mix at ads.spotify.com.
The greatest assembly of them all. Once a year. Stranger Danger. Yeah. The hottest ticket in town. The Bruno Mars of assemblies. You are gathered together as a school, and you are told never to talk to an adult that you don't know. And you are told this by an adult that you don't know. We had the same Stranger Danger speaker every year when I was a kid. His name was Detective J.J. Bittenbinder. Go ahead and laugh. His name is ridiculous. That was his name. It was J.J. Bittenbinder. He was from the Chicago Police Department. He was a child homicide expert. And, oh, geez. Very sorry, Radio City. Did that make you uncomfortable? Well, guess what? You're adults, and he's not even here. So try being 7 years old, and you're sitting 5 feet away from him. He's still got blood on his shoes. And he's looking at you in the eye to tell you for the first time in your very young life that some adults find you incredibly attractive. And they may just have to kill you over it. Okay, c'est la vie, go be kids, go have fun. Bittenbinder came every year. By the way, Detective J.J. Bittenbinder wore 3-piece suits. He also wore a pocket watch. 2 years in a row, he wore a cowboy hat. He also had a huge handlebar mustache. None of that matters, but it's important to me that you know that. He did not look like his job description. He looked like he should be the conductor on a locomotive powered by confetti, but instead he made his living in murder. He was the weirdest goddamn person I ever saw in my entire life. He was a man most acquainted with misery. He could look at a child and guess the price of their coffin. That line never gets a laugh, but once you write it, it stays in the act forever. So Bittenbinder came every year with a program to teach us about the violent world waiting for us outside the school gym. And that program was called Street Smarts. Time for Street Smarts with Detective J.J. Bittenbinder. Shut up, you're all gonna die. Street Smarts. That was the general tone. He would give us tips to deal with crime. I will share some of the tips with you this evening. Okay, tip number 1, Street Smarts. Let's say a guy pulls a knife on you to mug you, because you remember the scourge of muggings when you were in 2nd and 3rd grade. You know how a mugger thinks, man, I need cash for drugs right now. Hey, maybe that 8-year-old with the goddamn Aladdin wallet that only has blank photo laminate pages in it will be able to help. Let's say a guy pulls a knife on you to mug you. What do? You go fumbling for your wallet, and you go fumbling for your wallet. Well, in that split second, that's when he's gonna stab you. So here's what you do. You kids get yourselves a money clip, okay? You can get these at any haberdashery. You put a $50 bill in the money clip. Then, when a guy flashes a blade, you go, you want my money? Go get it. Then you run the other direction. And our teachers were like, write that down. They're like, buy a money clip? Engraved, question mark? You go home to your parents, hey dad, can I have a silver money clip with a $50 bill in it, please? Don't worry, I'm only gonna chuck it into the gutter and run away at the first sign of trouble. The man with the mustache told me to do it. Tip number 2, street smarts. Let's say a kidnapper throws you in the back of a trunk. This was at 9 in the morning. Let's say a kidnapper throws you in the back of a trunk. Don't panic. Once you get your bearings, find the carpet that covers the tail light. Peel back the carpet, make a fist, punch the tail light out the back of the car, thus creating a hole in the back of the automobile. Then stick your little hand out and wave to oncoming motorists to let them know that something hinky is going on. Can you imagine driving behind that? I think they're turning left. Tip number 3, street smarts. You kids have no upper body strength. And we were like, we know, but hey. If some guy tries to grab you, you can't fight him with fists. So here's what you do. You kids fall down on your back and you kick upward at him. That'll throw him off his rhythm. That was a big thing with Bittenbinder, was throwing pedophiles off their rhythm. He's not gonna know how to fight back with 2 little sneakers coming at him. If the Lindbergh baby had steel-toe boots, he'd still be alive today. Street smarts. Yeah, he was not a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down kind of guy. He was more like, brush your teeth, now boom, orange juice. That's life. Bittenbinder, he didn't want us to not get kidnapped. He wanted us to almost get kidnapped. And then fight the guy off using weird psych-out backroom Chicago violence. Like, here's what he wanted to see on the news. Like, we're here with 7-year-old John Mulaney, who fended off a kidnapper earlier today. How did you do it, John? Well, thank you for asking. I used the Bittenbinder method. When I saw the perp approaching, I chewed up a tab of Alka-Seltzer I carry with me at all times. This created a foaming at the mouth appearance that made it look like I had rabies. Now I've thrown him off his rhythm. Then I reach into his jacket pocket where I had planted a gram of coke and I went, whoa, what the fuck is this? And he goes, that's not mine. And I never seen that before. I go, boo-hoo, it's in your jacket. And you're doing 2 to 10 and your kids are going into social services. Now he's crying. Then I grab a telephone book and I beat him on the torso with it. Because as any Chicago cop will tell you, a phone book doesn't leave bruises. Well, that was 7-year-old John Mulaney, currently being sued for police brutality. Bittenbinder told me things that haunt me to this day. He came one year for assembly. He goes, okay, when you get kidnapped, not if, when. Okay, so when you get kidnapped, the place where the guy grabs you, in the biz we call that the primary location, okay? Your odds of coming back alive from the primary location, about 60%. But if you are taken to a secondary location, your odds of coming back alive are slim to none. I am 35 years old, and I am still terrified of secondary locations. If I'm at a place, I never want to go to another place. I'll be at a wedding reception and someone will be like, hey, you coming to the hotel bar after? We're all gonna get drinks and keep the party going. I'm like, nah, sister. You're not getting me to no secondary location. You want it? Go get it. Street smarts. Stay alert out there.
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like naku cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
I travel too much. I'm on the road a lot. Last September, I spent all of it in the desert in Arizona, New Mexico. It's nice, it's a beautiful spot. The cities are cool. What I don't like about the desert are the animals in the desert. They scare the shit out of me. All right, a scorpion and a rattlesnake, ugh, no thanks, right? And all the animals I am familiar with, they just look like shit. You ever seen a desert rabbit? It looks divorced. Right? It's like, why does it look like that? Well, it makes all of its meals on a hot plate down at the hotel, Vulture looks divorced too. Big old head and a big fancy coat. You know how geese mate for life? Vultures mated once. We're like, not my thing, I'm more into crypto. Turtle lives in its car. That's it, that's the whole joke. I'm not working on that. I just want to be nice to turtles. I like turtles. I think they're the best pet you can have, because they're the only animal that they don't want to do anything else. Right? I have a cat, it doesn't want to be there. But what is a turtle going to do? Be in a different terrarium, eating a different leaf? Who gives a shit? I've never met a turtle with a dream. Plus, when a turtle dies, you can just skip it across a lake. All right. That's fine. Yeah, some people don't like that. I get it, but I didn't hurt the turtle. It was already dead. Also, it asked me to do that. My good friend the turtle was dying. I went to his deathbed, and he was like, Zach, come here. I got something to ask you. I was like, anything for you, turtle, my friend. And they're like, can you make me fast once? I was like, yeah, no problem. All right, that's usually pretty unpopular.
I'm from Tennessee, I almost said it, but I live in New York now. I've lived there for like 8 years. I like it. I don't know, it's fun. You know what I miss though about being I miss being around like Walmart. I like a nice Walmart. Like, it's like headquarters. Like, me and my family agreed that if we ever get lost, we will just meet at a Walmart and either find each other or just start over with a new Walmart family. Either way, it's a win-win. A lot of people don't like Walmart because it's like big business, right? Like, it kills the mom and pop shops. But really, Walmart, like, they were a mom and pop shop at some point, and then they got their act together and became unbelievable. I was like, I'll just ride these guys out. They're always open. Mom and pop shops close for no reason. You go in there, like, why are you closed today? Like, we're sad. You're like, all right. Walmart, you could shoot the entire staff. It would be an hour of confusion, and they'd be up and running again. Yeah, that's how great Walmart is. Nice system. They have a good system down there. There's a lot of Kmart's in New York, and I do look down on Kmart. Like, I think I'm better than Kmart. That's where I'm a Walmart guy. I'm in the middle. I'm not Target. I'm not some jerk, and I think I'm better than everybody. I am just right in the middle. No one likes Kmart. They don't even look open when you go in there. You're like, oh, you guys about to close? What's that? You're open 24 hours. Really? Really? Oh, man. Are y'all going to cut the lights on in the back? Or... I went in there, like, you ever go to a store and, like, you think someone works there because whatever, they're wearing just matches everybody else? Like I
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like naku cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
I'll tell you another one. Oh, this is home of the Denver Broncos. Did you know that? Yeah. Move it. Now, the last football game I really got into was the Taylor Swift Super Bowl. And if you saw that, something interesting about a super famous person going and being so famous that all I'm doing is watching her watch the game. That was kind of a phenomenon. And, 18 cameras on her, 3 on the game. It was so weird to me. And poor Taylor's in some box trying to relax, but she can't because we watch a 5-hour game and we can just sort of drift off. But she's got to be like, first down, second down, third down, fourth down, God forbid she gets up to get a chalupa, She's like, hey, what's going on back here? These quesadillas cold? Any stuffed veggie? Bumble! Oh, fuck. Was that my guy? Was that my guy? Was he wearing red? Did you see? What happened? And they're like, oh my God, they broke up. That's... She doesn't care anymore. That's what she deals with. And then on the reverse, it was typical boyfriend-girlfriend because after that he wanted to Vegas and go to a bachelor party. And she said, oh, I thought maybe you could buzz down to Australia and see my show. And he goes, oh, Okay. He doesn't know where Australia is. You know? So then he goes, hey babe, I just checked on Travelocity. That's like 80 hours if you go through Houston. She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, so what are you doing, some new stuff or no? Same 5-hour show I've seen 30 times? Okay, cool. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I shall, and she's like, grab a jet, just fly down. He's like, right, there's 16 paychecks. Okay, I'll do that. And then when he gets there, it's the reverse. Now they're watching him watch her. And he also has to add in the dances. He's like, and they're like, that's right, dude. And there's 200 more songs. And he's like, holy shit, this is like the Combine. When I go to Journey, I only got to know 3. Oh, I'm sore from that. Fuck. I'm gonna breathe in. Just got a little sore.
I love the cruise ships with the buffets, I really do. I don't diet on a cruise ship because you'd make yourself miserable. The first time I walked into a cruise ship gala buffet, don't cry for me, buffet people. The truth is I never left you. Through all my dieting, my fat resistance, I kept my promise. Don't cry for me, buffet people. Your fears, they are not valid. If you are skinny, stay near the salad. The thing with some of the cruise ship buffets is that they're very elaborate. And they have ice sculptures and they have carvings, watermelons made into sharks, little cantaloupe baskets with little tomato roses. It's all very nice, but people see it and they lose their minds. Oh, look at it, so pretty. And there's a long line for the buffet and you get little old ladies up in front and they're taking pictures of the buffet. Now, Evelyn, you get in and hold the cantaloupe basket and I'm at the end of the line starving. Get out of the line. I mean, it's a cantaloupe. Why, haven't you been to a museum before? Get out of the line. People are starving. I have no patience in a food line. Or in any line, for that matter. In McDonald's, if there's a long line, I jump behind the counter, I work the fries, I get it moving. I've been employee of the month twice, I don't even work there. But I take the parking space, and I love having my picture up. Watch people at McDonald's. They decide what they want when they get to the front of the line. Get out of the line. I knew what I wanted before I parked the car. Get out of the line. People read a McDonald's menu. It's McDonald's. It's the same stuff since you were 6 years old. Ask me anything, left to right, right to left. What do you want to know? I don't do well in lines. No. Starbucks. I need coffee in the morning or I can't talk. I like Starbucks. Good product. They're polite. Lines too long. My first cup can't be Starbucks. I'd be dead by the time I got to the front of that line. I have to stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee to stand in line for coffee. And people stare at you like, I should have done that. Another one's KFC. People stand in line in front of me at KFC. I mean, they're looking at that menu. You know what they have? Chicken. You know what else they got? They got chicken. You want chicken or chicken? Get out of the line. Another one I don't do well. Movie theater concession lines. They got popcorn, candy, and that's it. Soda. People are staring. What? There's no buffalo wings. You can't get a prime rib. Get out of the line. Am I the only person in this line that has a movie to catch? And at the supermarket, I'm like, oh good, she has coupons, you bitch. I understand you need coupons, but I always get the lady in front of me. I have a coupon somewhere. Let me see where it is. Get out of the line. Good, now write a check for $7. Why would you want to keep that much cash on you? Get out of the line.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're gonna switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses US Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 US Bank.
I'm Congresswoman Jen Kiggins. I wanted to highlight how my office can help you navigate the federal government and its services. Whether you need a passport, are having issues with the IRS, or are having trouble with the VA, my office stands ready to assist you. Please reach out at 757-364-7650 or visit kiggins.house.gov. It's an honor to be your representative in Virginia's 2nd District, paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
We're leaving today and entering a world of Mickey Mouse waving, princess meeting and greeting, lightsaber clashing, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror dropping, Banshee flying, Space Mountain launching, galaxy rewinding, what's the point of galaxy rewinding, fireworks igniting, world of other worlds, for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await at the most magical place on Earth, Walt Disney World Resort.
Let me tell you a story. After season 1, Stand Up Revolution, we went on tour for a while. We went all over the U.S. and as a gift to all my buddies that were on the tour with me, I gave everybody an iPhone 4S. For gift. Martin was so excited because it had this feature, it still has this feature called Siri, where you hit the button and you can talk to the phone and it'll help you out. Like you say, oh, call John, and it's like, ding ding, calling John. It's really, really cool. But Martin, you see how he is? He messes with the phone. He's like, ding ding, Siri, tell me something dirty. And the phone takes everything literal, so it's like, ding, would you like me to locate a car wash? So anyways, you guys, I had a lot of fun watching him play with the phone, but then a couple weeks go by and we're doing a show out in Northern California.
One bossy jewel. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Hmm.